Let's see. So I have seen 3. I haven't seen 4 or 5. Or 6. All right, boys. It's movie Rav time. Let's go.
Attention
Sit back
gamers.
and relax.
Previously on my 12-step program to find joy again through video games by taking breaks from being told to buy nooses on Amazon from League players
Holy
to make
crap,
the best
bro.
hardcore WoW documentary series in the Eastern Kingdoms, I got in a naked slap battle with a dagger douche which sparked a historically large gang war. I became the biggest hitman in Westfall, killing every last red
I love
bandana
these.
little bitch
I
until
love
one
these.
finally showed me where I could find their leader. I teamed up with my first guildie for a covert group operation to enter the dead mines and take down the leader of their cute little book club, which was a great success and the first step toward putting OnlyFangs on the map.
Rav's Journey to 60.
Turns out our triumph in the
episode
dead
4.
mines was followed by some dark times for the guild. Some of us were finding out the hard way that they aren't the only thing who can summon slaves to do their slaughtering. Others were learning that if something casts a single spell for 12 seconds, it's probably not gonna feel nice when it comes out.
Yep.
Young Jeffy learned that Horde city guards will attack you from bumfuck Egypt, and then others who had add-ons making their mini-map look dank and their action bars look like a lost and found table seemingly forgot to make use of the most important add-on, their eyeballs, and I think the realities of hardcore WoW was taking its toll on the well-being of the guild.
Oh my god, what is going on?
This resulted in an emergency meeting where we all got called into the principal's office to hear this.
Oh my god.
How many people have died in the past day? Do you guys even give a f?
Howard was struggling as well. You see, after news got out that he attended the Van Cleef gangbang, let's just say he was absolutely drowning in pig puss, but these Westfall hogs clearly aren't tested, so he was having gonorrhea shits every few seconds like they were hiccups but with herpes.
Howard,
I was starting to
take it
learn more
easy,
about
bud.
how the WoW community behaves. For example, when someone has a tag on a quest mob you need, they will either A, ignore you because they are a Chinese bot, or B, total Giga Chad stop their kill in the middle of the fight. CC the Barney cosplaying Murloc while they remember how to invite other people to their little murder date so you
There
can
we
get
go.
credit, and I think these
Perfect.
are the people who should be recognized.
Perfect.
Anyways, our fearless guild leader decided to reward me for not dying by making my weapon look like a
Fiery.
flaming hot Cheetos kebab, and even though as a hunter this effectively would do nothing for me,
Yeah,
the
it
style
sucks.
points had me treating every fight like I was recording flashy kills for a Halo 2 montage.
Oh yeah. 360.
I had some loose
Hell yeah.
ends to tie up in the 50 Shades of Grey forest, starting with the genocide of these thugs who had a fetish for saying weird shit as you killed them. But in reality, I
Kinda
was
weird.
there to apparently grow old and die wondering how the hell to do this quest I was on. I euthanized at least 2 baker dozen of those shitters. My mini-map looks like the grammar police had a
Super
group
rare.
orgy on
Yep,
it.
super rare
Looking
drop.
into this bowl wasn't exactly helpful,
How hard I should get.
and these books were trying to grab a handful of dwarf dick every time I walked by.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, this
I
quest
decided
is, I
to
usually
just
skip
move
this
on an
one.
uneducated man
Yep.
and challenge myself to
Oh,
what
this is a
my
hard
guide
quest.
warned me was a quest that is too hard to solo, and I soon found out that's because it's almost impossible to not die of boredom watching this short King Joe Biden just walk around in circles trying to remember his own name for 20 minutes, looking for some old pelvis bone only to remember he left it at his side hoe's house. I gave him the name of a dementia medicine and decided I had about enough of Darkshire and onto a city
He
named
just skips both of
Astronar,
those
emphasis
quests.
on the ass.
How does he come up with this stuff? Are you kidding me? How does he come up with that?
But I was here
Damn
for
it,
one
Howard.
thing, and that was to help my homeboy cure his bitch of some crippling STD he gave
Unbelievable.
her. The initial gamer fuel we tried didn't seem to do shit, so he had me go to a little swamp island to pick up a glowing Godzilla Tic Tac. I'm not sure why the horn dog thought this would work, but here is where I also learned this was a daughter-father relationship, which makes this whole situation a bit strange. But if he's gonna be loyal to one hoe in a town that is just crawling with
Bro.
local talent, I guess I can look past incest and go pick some sparkling pond pubes for us to try. That didn't do shit for the entitled hoe, so I was like, sorry Mr. White Moon, your weird quasi-illegal sexy stepdaughter kink you had going on is just gonna have to stay on pause, as I gave them the Dr. Disrespect proverbial firm handshake and peaced out of there. You see, I booked a carnival cruise back to the other continent instead, where I generously handed out some high-level hunter tips to a normie. I made a quick pit stop in Pearl Harbor because some drunk shit stain who survived the Titanic was in town telling his story, and I wanted to know if Rose's ass was as dank as it was in the movie, but all he would say was,
I'll need a fresh drink if I'm to get a handle on this hangover and continue my tale.
and as someone who attended at least 1 year of college, I knew just how to fix that situation.
Oh my god.
It was around this time
Perfect.
where I think I survived my
Perfect.
first assassination attempt.
This quest can be a little scary.
Now I want to
Take out
note
Slim
that if
Jim,
you
baby.
ever see someone struggling out in the world because some giant terrifying pube bush of algae whose favorite game is apparently peekaboo wanted you to euthanize a bunch of ratchet rabbits, the best thing to do is run up there and give her some emotional support.
Yeah, exactly. You got this.
Yes, you could help, but you know how the saying goes, buy a man a fish he eats for a day.
Exactly.
Let a rogue die from overpulling their role of priest when they go again.
Exactly.
But the whole point of this trip and the
Exactly.
reason I had to leave
I
my
love you,
incest
Rev.
fetish homie so urgently was to visit this Make-A-Wish city that I stopped by in as Keanu Reeves last episode because Howard was starting to look a bit dated, like he was in dire need of the latest iOS update. So we agreed to me getting a hall pass if it meant me teaching him new tricks and I knew exactly who
Wait,
I wanted
Howard
to use it
is-
on.
What happened to Howard? He's getting belly grub instead of
I
Howard,
knew from
man?
using my toilet time by reading hardcore WoW forums that this particular pig doesn't fuck around, so I thoughtfully played it pretty well, dazing him and then putting the bacon over ice, to which he still came out and slapped me for half my health before eventually agreeing to be my bitch.
Nice.
I
Howard
was
got the
starting to
upgrade,
worry
baby.
I would enjoy having such a powerful pig too much and that a tough breakup conversation was in store.
Aw, Howard.
Psych, I named this smelly bastard Lil Slave and tried everything in my power to get his ass killed, only for Blizzard's buggy ass code to make everything attack me instead. The second I got what I needed from him, I commanded him to run in the lake and drown himself. I reunited with Howard, held up on my end of the deal, and guiltily told him about my infidelity.
Oh my god.
I could see the look in his eyes, and even though I didn't agree, I knew this was something he had to do.
Oh yeah, get him, Howard. Get him, baby. Oh my gosh, that's so good.
Until some fucking good Samaritan decided to come and completely shit on Howard's glory. But we all know who would have won that fight, right guys?
Yeah,
But
it was
Howard's
Howard.
revenge aside, it was a big day for us as we had to attend our first streamer guild meeting.
Oh gosh.
I was excited to be a part of
this was
such an
this
elite
day?
group
Okay, I
until
was
the
here this
meeting
day.
consisted of 3 hours of mind-numbing yelling, mainly coming from some guy named Russell, so I had to outplay the mechanic and then try to sneak out.
Bro, he muted Russell. That was 5-head. I never thought of that. Oh my gosh. Rav, you are so smart.
Howard's growing fame had me busted, and I wasn't going to deny him pets from this chick, so I went back and learned my lesson and never tried to sneak out of that meeting again.
A few moments later.
We might have to get out of here.
You know, I'm really upset about
we
my
might
whole
have to get out of
pizza
here.
party Friday thing.
I
Being moved
don't
to Monday,
care,
but listen,
Sheer.
listen,
Wow, that is entirely unacceptable behavior, Chance, and I completely agree.
like, I'm having such a bad
there's
day.
Howard.
Like, 4,000
Rav's
subs,
out
but,
here too.
You know, like,
Rav's vibing, dude. Hell
But
yeah.
in my defense, it's because I heard Papa Soda say this.
And target dummies are required from now on.
So I spent the rest of the meeting leveling my engineering, and
sense.
considering I started that ear bludgeoning experience where I had to apologize to my headphones afterwards, I came out of it with some dank ass shades. Plus engineering turned out to
Sick.
be the bee's knees, considering on deadly 4-packs after I nuked the little gray ball sack in the back I can hit a fat AoE wombo combo with my man-made dynamite straight
Yeah.
Hiroshima style. And since this is just a WoW Pro Tips channel full of info that Pussy Boy Ompy would never know, here's another one. When you are running past a class who can give buffs, turning around to help them kill their mob will psychologically outplay them into giving you their buffs without even having to ask.
Oh.
It works every time. For example, I wanted this mage's intellect buff, easy goddamn peasy, just help him nuke that bird and voila, you have your buff.
Oh, come on, Thurny. Come on, Thurny. You gotta do it. Thurny! No way. Oh my gosh. What a dick.
Anyways, it was time for me to lose my Duskwood virginity, which in this case meant
What a
having to turn
dick.
the brightness on my screen just about to max settings so I could see more than 10 feet in front of me.
Bro, it's
Turns
not
out
that dark.
Fitch's BFF is now a hermit who needs help wiping his own ass, not to mention Joe Biden's speechwriter lives out here.
I can't escape them. Monsters in Raven Hill, and oh, couldn't be. Only harmless jitters.
I quickly learned that while in the US you drive on the right side of the road, and in some EU countries you get the left side of the road, but in Duskwood you stay the fuck off the road entirely because of a big walking Godzilla sperm cell named Stitches who kills more World of Warcraft gamers than the concept of loneliness itself.
Care, bro. Care,
He
bro.
is so deadly that one of the 4 hardcore servers was literally named after him, and you can always tell when he's around because you'll walk by some bitch and notice she stopped and turned around to see what happens to you, and that's when you should immediately know that the patrolling jizz rag is close.
There he is.
And while me and Howard might not be the heroes that Darkshire wants, tonight, we would be the heroes that they need.
okay. Good thing we have the next episode. I want to see him kill him. I need to see the next freaking part, man. What? I mean, I guess the guards are tanking, so it's not that freaking hard. But holy shit, dude. I love this series. I do not want Rav to die. Like, I want to continue this until level 60. Ayo, you're back. We're back, Steve. Yo, Sama, thanks for the tier 1. Kai is in great health, man. Everything is perfect with baby and with mom. It is amazing, dude. Look at the episode 4 title. I killed my teammate. Okay. Well, we'll do 4 or 5 next and then 6. If I die, I have to go back to League of Legends. So, okay. So if Rav dies, the series ends, huh? Like, he's not gonna go again. Retail is up. Okay, yeah, have fun. I think we're waiting for hardcore. Wait, you've become a dad? Yes. Within the last week. All right. Next one.
Attention
gamers. Final episode is Howard wipes our guild in Molten Core. I hope not, dude.
Attention gamers. Previously on my hardcore WoW journey in Only Fangs, I visited the land of the big sexy elves to help an old friend get his pimping business off the ground by trying to cure one of his lazy employees who was also his daughter.
Yeah, we just
Howard and I had a brief breakup where I had a one-night stand with a burnt pig named Belly Grub before reuniting with my favorite black swine and letting him get his revenge. We had our first guild meeting to which I still miss those brain cells I lost during that 3-hour Rage Yelp festival. I entered the deadly forest where a patrolling diabetic elite jizz stain kills dozens of half AFK players every day, and I decided that I would be the one to stand up to him.
Let's see it, baby. Let's see it.
Psych, it was all for the clip. Take notes, lazy ho. That's how to be a
Oh my gosh, he got me, man. Is that what these YouTubers do? Oh, that's disgusting. Oh my, I got clickbaited. Damn it, Rav. I believed you. Oh my gosh. Yeah, free views. Holy crap. I need to take some notes.
Proper hooker, and while I promise you'll see the epic battle with the Stitch bitch soon enough, I had some dangerous matters to attend to before. I first had to find the proverbial Vladimir Putin of the Red Ridge Canyons, euthanize the rabbit and bring its paw back to some bumbling muppet, and while this mage wanted help, I wanted my glory, so my plan was to path through the low-level simp bunnies in a way where his younger ass couldn't follow, but he arrived in time to ask me to make this assassination into a group project.
No,
I remember how
glory.
I felt when that Chinese bot gave me the shaft on the beach, so I let my people-pleasing personality get in the way of glory, but I figured I would get an intellect buff out of it, only to stand there waiting to be blessed like I was speaking a different fucking language before eventually deeming it a lost cause, just confirming that the biggest noobs play mages in this game.
Yeah, Mitch is a noob. Okay.
Anyways, the leveling guide
He
that my
never got
virgin
the
ass
int?
paid money for was now telling me to skip the next quest if I lack confidence, and I'm thinking clearly Tommy Salami doesn't read the papers if he thinks that I think I'm a bitch, but I quickly learned it's because between the groups and the patrols you can quickly find yourself in a worse spot than a raw cucumber in an all-female prison, and this proved to be the case during one fight, when Howard chose to be negligent after I told him to come back to me, deciding to invite the entire neighborhood over to say hey, and this was going to be the end. I thought my piece of shit pig was low. I had 2 on me with a caster coming, and there were logistical issues with my escape route, but that's when I remembered the wise words
Target
of Papa
dummy.
Soda.
Target dummies are required.
That's right. Wait, if he
This
didn't
bought
have the
me
target
enough
dummy, he
time
might
to
have died.
survive, and then even though Howard wasn't as lucky, a sexy elf who identifies as a cat agreed to be my interim pet until the battle was over. Needless to say, I expected more out of Howard, but I also knew I was just as much to blame for being a bad trainer. This was where I lost my
Personal
macro writing
responsibility.
virginity, jotting down 2 genius lines of Elon Musk quality code that will one day save me and my raid from Howard's occasional attitude
Perfect.
problems, and like a true software engineer I had to test my code. Howard sendeth, Howard come backeth, I would say, to ensure it would work, and after 2 minutes of feeling like a code hacker genius, I was ready to fuck up Fangor.
Hell yeah. Oh, Fangor is scary,
This
though.
quest is supposed to be hard, but something about the adrenaline from my near-death experience and the confidence I got from writing code so good it could probably self-drive cars
What?
with a few
Hunters
more
are
lines.
OP.
This whole battle was easy breezy, beautiful cover girl.
Oh, he's level 27, that's why.
But me gracefully moonwalking through content was about to end, as my own survival was now going to rely on some random normies I hired off the streets to fight in the Red Ridge War against these trend-taking ogres, and considering our first pull was less organized than Asmongold's bedroom, I had my concerns. hands. The mage was polymorphing targets with 3% health and the warlock was playing his own solo adventure and fearing his mob into other orcs when he wasn't too busy disconnecting from the McDonald's Wi-Fi. So let's just say we weren't going to be pushing arena rating with this motley crew.
No.
But as a League of Legends player, I'm used to dealing with inbred donkey teammates, and so I figured I would just show how equipped I am to properly lead in a way that Ompi could only dream of.
Skull. Wow.
Assassination numero uno was in the books, and my second task with these twerps was to loot orbs off of the jacked ones wearing dresses.
1, 2, 3.
But for a lack of better words, shit got real when we entered the castle. Another group was trying to rescue Fiona slay the dragon too, and I decided to be chivalrous while arranging a safe plan to collude so that everyone would get their nut. This was great until we somehow nabbed the tag and they got pissy and decided to flee the crime scene. What started as a 2-group raid to kill a single elite mob was now a board-certified fuck fest, and there were about to be casualties. The startled Muppet was running away from us and behind walls, making any chance of receiving heals a pipe dream. He had 2 on him with 4 health when I randomly had a revelation.
Target dummies.
I pinned that shit like a tail on a donkey, watched the focus target of Angry Orc number 4 swap to it, and I'm proud to say, we all survived the epic shitfest of Stonewatch Keep.
Nice work, Rav.
Legend has it that other group who abandoned ship is still fleeing like vaginal cowards to this day.
Pussy.
At this point I had to head back to the laggy city because some shit was going down in the Stormwind basement and some arrogant douchebag needed help.
You probably won't make a difference.
Turns out the refugee Defias shitstains from the gang war I won in Westfall were captured and being held down there to serve as the presumptuous royal family slaves, and yes, I'm allowed to say that because they were all white. The orders were to slaughter these shitters, and aside from a slight disagreement on how fast or slow we should be doing it, as if my group was a married couple arguing in the bedroom, the mission was a great success.
Easy clap.
I must say, after a half hour, I hardly expected you to come out.
I wanted to tell that one-eyed bastard that it was actually only 23 minutes, but after having successfully led 2 teams through group content, I had some words for someone else.
Oh. Do you actually think you'll be the better hunter? Oh, dude, I'm gonna smash. Yeah, don't worry about me. I just want to show you something, okay? This is what you're up against. We're talking about clearing MC.
Now for those of you non-WoW players, his response in the form of a flex was not only like repping a proud badge of unintentional celibacy, but it was also pretty much the equivalent of showing that he scored a 1600 on his SATs, and effectively no one in the world has done better. But what he didn't know was what he was up against.
Dude, yo, Rav is, what the fuck? This guy Rav is juiced.
That's right, a blushing hunter who may or may not have run out of arrows and had to resort to playing melee hunter for half the dungeon, to which I still top charts bitch, so all I'm saying is it's going to be lonely at the top, for me. Meanwhile, my other guildies were throwing a raging house party in Goldshire when Papa Soda was out of town, and considering the amount of drugs and sex that was taking place, some of the officers were not happy.
We are in OnlyFans, man. Take some pride in that.
And as a role model in this guild, I just want to say I don't condone this partying behavior, and I'm disappointed in anyone who was there instead of leveling. And seeing how our fearless leader knew
Bro, I've been gone for 1 week, and I feel like DP has turned into just like a straight up role-playing party realm. Like in 1 week, everything has changed since I've been gone. Absolutely unreal.
I was grinding my short dwarf dick off instead of partying. He met me deep in the moist marshes and gave me a gift.
What is it? Oh, yeah! Bow of searing arrows. Oh my gosh. That's good. That's good.
I didn't know how to thank him, and all I could think of was to show him that when he said,
Target dummies are required.
I listened. Now since I know my audience is an all WoW geeks, let me explain the reason why I was jizzing my pants over this item.
Good ass bow.
For starters, it was purple quality, which outside of some rare super virginity scenarios is the best type of item you can get in the game, and second, it was a weapon. The combination of these 2 things meant that it would sell for over a gold to a local bow connoisseur, and I'd be 1% closer to getting my mount.
What?
Farewell.
No.
It was also around this time that I hit level 30.
No.
This meant I could meet up with a slender male elf sex doll in the middle of—
Wait, yo, he bought that back, right, chat? Come on. No way he just vendored a bow of searing arrows. He bought it back? Okay, okay, it was bait, dude. Oh my. I'm like, dude, if Rav is vendoring epics, man, no shot.
Bumfuck Ashenvale to learn an ability called Feign Death.
Okay,
And
that's
the
good.
best way I can describe why this is valuable is that I can now tell a diabetic deformed penguin that his chick has a fatty and then be like, "Op, just kidding homie," and he won't want to beat me up anymore. If people want to ignore Howard and his contributions, I can now let them hit voicemail and say, "You will be dealing with my pig from now on." Anyways, I had one final piece of business in this fantasy land forest, and that was to finally help my homeboy cure his daughter/stripper lover of her AIDS. He claimed this was finally the medicinal fix to her whoring around. I wasn't impressed, but I couldn't stay any longer as I had to meet up with a few guildies for an organized coup against the civilized pigs in the Razor Fen crawl. But as we were waiting, I was presented with a proposal.
Oh yeah, take him out, Rav. Take him out. You have to
A duel
accept.
to the death. Guildy versus guildy.
Yeah.
Loser will have to delete their character. These are strictly prohibited in the guild as the one and only time this happened before. Dad's reaction went something like this.
You're both at fault. You are both at fault. I do not give a... Why?
He is a coward buff.
Oh God. Okay, I'm gonna go.
And after sinking over 50 hours of game time into this character, there was only one thing to do.
Does he do it? No, wait, he does it? Wait, Rav actually did a Makara? What a beast! Oh my gosh. Hell yeah, Rav's growing up and getting his first year. Oh shit. Oh, maybe not. Hamstring. Take him out, Howard. Wait, what? Ah, I got baited with the feign death. Oh my gosh, dude. No way you lose this, Howard. Come on, Howard. Come on. He has a potion. You have a potion. You have a potion.
Some may call it the start of a villain arc. Others may say it was heartless. But everyone will now respect Rav's wrath.
Dude, Rav has an ear, man! What a beast! I had no idea! What an absolute monster, dude! Let's go! People are saying it's fake? It wasn't real? What do you mean? It's a real ear. I see that much. Wait, it's fake? What? Bro, Rav, I'm giving you credit here. I'm going to the next episode. Does that clear it up? No way that's fake. Did I just get baited?
Here, I've already killed her bosses. Water.
Alright, this is the next episode.
Fire.
Actually, hold on. I think ads are playing. We'll wait a sec. This is the next episode, so we'll see. This is the final, like, episode 6. We'll see if the ear is real or not on his buffs. I just gave him all the credit in the world for actually doing a Makara, so hopefully it's real.
Fear. Long ago, gamers lived together in harmony. Then everything changed when video games became microtransaction-ridden, sweaty overstimulation piss fests with toxic...
Okay, I have to say early Fortnite was actually fun. Like, I have to say that. I really do.
Turbo virgin players. Only Blizzard devs, creators of the best MMORPG in 2004 as well as many sexual harassment lawsuits, could bring joy back to gamers, and when the world needed them the most, they released another retail expansion. Close to 100 years passed and the WoW community discovered a new hardcore game mode where death equals delete and one mistake means months of your life wasted. Official servers were created and named after the most dangerous creatures in their universe. Defias Pillager, the proverbial firebenders of Westfall, Skull Rock, a cave that Alliance players use in arguments to prove that Horde players are the reason shampoo has to come with instructions. Nekrosh, a washed-up wetlands commander surrounded by an army of his simps. And Stitches, the most deadly patrol south of the Azeroth equator. A weaponized diabetic jizz stain with a 0 to 60 on par with a modern-day Tesla whose favorite game is Surprise You're a Dead Bitch.
Get out of there,
Together
bro.
these creatures have made hardcore WoW a giant waste of time for countless kids. But only Rav, master of all 4 deadly things that dumb players die to, can stop them.
Episode 6.
Now the first element was a cakewalk to master. Defias pillagers get their reputation from being arsonistic asshats, and the average experience can be best summarized by a South Park clip that I quote at least once a week.
No! I don't want him to start over at the graveyard! No!
But unfortunately for Miss Sizzle Tits here, I've already killed her boss's boss's boss when I was still a wee little lad, so her attempts were nothing more than laughable. Back to Elwyn for you, bitch.
Rav, let me see the ear, buddy. All right, I see you're hiding your buffs on purpose, Rav. Let me see the damn ear.
Mastering Skull Rock was equally as uneventful as a YouTuber boxing match, as I was basically the LeBron James of dwarfs entering a Catholic grade school dribbling contest, to the point where none of these orcs from Mordor or their blue bitches even wanted to make eye contact with me on my way in. The main threat in here is a man whose name could be some Urban Dictionary slang for a blow job, and while yes, he's a big threat, the thing responsible for more deaths is actually the genie that he's let out of the bottle.
It's true.
I figured it'd be appropriate to let the pets play with each other.
Howard's a beast.
And then when he tried to pick a fight with a pig, I got pissed, thinking you wouldn't have the balls to attack a grown man like that, and he was going to pay the price. Obviously the age gap made mastering this element a bit easy.
He's just straight role-playing.
Necrosh, the first EU realm, is appropriately where shit got messy. My initial scouting report showed that Commander Cucksuck here definitely won the popularity contest in terms of how many butt buddies he had surrounding him. I pulled up a conversation as context into the deadliness of this man, where some pussy wanted to group up to take him down. I asked how many he said he wanted to go with 4 little fear-mongering fuckboys, and when I asked if he thought I could solo, he promptly said negative Ghost Rider. It was only poetic that I then ran into their little raid group on my way to glory.
Hell yeah.
I figured I would clear the backside and then spectate their attempt to see what I was dealing with when I accidentally did this.
Oh! Yeah, this is perfect.
Clearly,
so you can kite him out forever now.
Nerve not only with Necrosh's book club, but also with the pussy boys who did days of prep for this mission. They ended up securing a sloppy slaughter between the 16 of them, and it was at this point, almost 4 weeks into my World of Warcraft journey, that I ran into my first League of Legends player.
Oh my gosh.
Anyways, it was once again my turn to master the third hardcore element, all while I was being called a huntard, and I will always be confused why people say hunters are an easy class.
Yeah, Necrosh is hard, by the way. Unbelievable.
I nabbed me the cabeza for my credit, and then because I'm petty, I shared my triumph with the league player.
What's he gonna say?
And then there were Stitches. The hardest of the hardcore elements to master.
There's no one that solos Stitches. That guy's impossible to solo. Yeah.
This weaponized Godzilla sperm cell has a body count that can only be rivaled by Logan Paul's fiancée.
Unless he kites him into town.
Attempts to kill this, as the local town lives in constant fear of him getting the munchies, and most conversations with this jailbroken ball of jizz typically result in a target dummy angle where you just hope to have gotten enough distance by the time he starts chasing you again. After how easy mastering the first 3 hardcore bosses were, I went into this with confidence.
Wait, hold on. What level are you, Rav? Zoom out, bro. What level is Rav?
But seeing as my first 10 shots barely tickled this angry ball.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. There's no way he's gonna solo Stitches unless he gets help, right?
Of puss, and with Howard already having taken a bloody beating, I was forced to run away and reconsider if I had what it takes to be the hardcore avatar.
Bro. You're not gonna...
I went full-blown pimp my ride Howard edition. My uncle started infusing my items with pheromones and all sorts of little bits buffs, all for my rematch. A local pastor gave Howard the stamina he would need to be in the ring with that monster, and then there was just one last thing I needed.
Oh, I'm searing arrows. He bought
Given
it
to
back.
me by Papa Soto himself, who at this time was learning that I was about to fulfill my destiny as the hardcore avatar.
Fucking Rav is gonna try and solo Stitches like an idiot for his YouTube channel.
And when he realized there was no talking me out of my decision, he took the next bald eagle straight to the local town to watch. But he knew he was not allowed to help he who's destined to do this alone.
I will let him die.
Let's see it. Does he actually solo him? Nope. I mean, if he brings him into town, yeah.
Oh, feign death. Get him back on Howard. Howard's health is looking good.
I managed to keep Howard in good health, but we had bigger problems.
Oh, he's fucking
which meant it was doomed, and I couldn't face the reality that was in front of me.
Howard is gonna go down.
And even though I hated him for it,
let Howard die. Howard served well, but you gotta play this yourself.
he was right.
Rip Howard. Oh!
I was now alone and the target of this big fat baby gravy's wrath with no one but myself
he's
to
actually
fulfill
gonna
my
do
destiny.
it. I'm really
He's got
impressed.
a new pet. It's Watcher Jordan.
Ah.
Execute phase was among us and I knew it would be poetic to defeat him in the center of town to show all the shitty city boys that there's nothing to fear when I'm around, but it wasn't over yet.
Oh no. Stitches is coming.
If I couldn't finish him myself at this point, I knew no one else could.
Tamed another pet. You got the Goon Squad.
One last crit and I officially have mastered the hardcore elements all by myself, alone, with no help from outside factors. I claim
I have to say, I'm impressed. All right, I'm wrong. He pretty much soloed him. The guards helped at the end, but he got him to like 10% himself. That's pretty sick, man. Double world buffs, both searing arrows, whatever. All of that aside, I'm wrong. Like I thought no way he soloed Stitches, but he pretty much did. Not bad.
this diabetic snots femur to hold as a trophy on my right hip for the rest of my journey as a sign of me being the avatar. But despite my victory, I was empty. All I could think about was the day I made that little hog my slave, and immediately made him kill his own brother. The breakups, the makeups, supporting each other towards their goals.
Okay, this is gonna take a while.
He died a goddamn hero for the noble cause of Rav mastering the elements. But I feared my journey would be over if it meant Howard would not be by my side. I was about to give up hope and go back to shitty League of Legends and leave all of this behind, as a distant memory, when an angel appeared.
Wait, you can res pets as a druid? I didn't even know that.
Together with Howard, Rav the Avatar was ready to save the world of Warcraft.
Wow, that's awesome. I didn't even know that. Wait, hold on. So this whole video, he like didn't show if he had an ear or not. I was trying to look. I think there was a point where I might have missed it. Oh, right here. So Rav has no ear. My man faked the ear from last episode. Are you kidding me? It was a normal duel, but he must have photoshopped the ear in. Rav, damn, I gave you so much props for that. I mean, to be honest, he solo Stitches. That's pretty cool too. But like, dude, he just straight up faked an ear. I would show him what a real ear looks like, but the servers are down, so I can't. We got freaking 2 of those.